Yes, folks, it's Tales from the Jails with John G. Sutton. Do please like and subscribe. It really helps, you know. It really does. I'm going to talk today. Please leave your comments. Yeah, insults, all the rest of it. Observations, requests. I'm a happy guy. Leave them down there. Like and subscribe. It's good. Anyway, I'm going to talk today about the IRA in prison. Terrorist offenders in the 1970s and early 80s. The Scrubs, we had a number of IRA inmates. I crossed the path on a number of occasions because they did believe absolutely that they were political prisoners and not standard criminal offenders, although they've been convicted of exploding bombs on the British mainland, etc. And they believe that they should be treated in a different manner to the standard offenders that were in the prison. And indeed, at the Wormwood Scrubs, they had a riot where they broke onto the roof and demonstrated. We were up there. I was part of the team that went up after them. We didn't go onto the roof. We went into the roof void, and we were armed with pickaxe handles, believe it or not, hard hats and pickaxe handles. And whilst we were underneath the eaves of the roof like that, we were underneath directly, and the tiles were above us, you see. And I think there were about 5 inmates on the roof, and they were holding placards and wearing fake uniforms as if they were dressed as soldiers from the IRA, and they had a tricolour flag. And I previously told the story about how I was going to search one of their cells, and I was prevented from so doing by the staff on D-Wing at the Scrubs. And the year was, I think it was 1976, early 1976. And we had, as I say, pickaxe handles, and some bright spark decided to start banging on the roof and shouting abuse at the IRA. And we were, generally they were chanting, "Isaac Zumba, Zumba, Zumba," bang on the roof. "Isaac Zumba, Zumba, say," bang on the roof. Of course, it was freezing cold up there. It was a misty, foggy night and freezing cold. I believe it was February or March of 1976. And the inmates said they weren't coming down unless they were guaranteed that they were not going to be injured. And the governor turned up, medical staff and all the rest of it, and they were finally persuaded to come down off the roof. And when they came down off the roof, they were told we didn't touch them, nobody laid a hand on them. And the IRA was saying, well, we're not going to wear prison uniform because we are political prisoners, not criminals. So they're refusing to wear prison uniform. So they said, okay, take that nonsense off that you've got, which was pretend fake uniforms, fake military uniforms. So they removed them, and then they stood there in their underwear, and it was pointed out that the underwear that they were wearing was prison issue, so they removed them. So they stark bollock naked, and they wouldn't wear the uniform, so we said, okay. They gave them blankets, and they wrapped the blankets around them. And they said, if you look on the blankets, it says HMP. Yeah, so they threw them on the floor, and they were marched through the prison from D-Wing to A-Wing segregation unit, stark naked, across the thing. And the IRA was saying things to us like, we know where you live, you know. We know who you are. They'd say that to you many times. On one occasion I was supervising, I don't know how I kept getting this job, supervising IRA visits. Well, I was trying to be as sympathetic as I could. I mean, don't forget, these are human beings. and they were having visits from their families, and I was appointed by the security department to sit in on their visits close up and take notes. You can imagine how popular that was. And of course the IRA inmates saying to me, "I know who you are, Mr. Sutton. We know where you live." What am I going to do? I mean, that's my job, I have to do it. Then, numerous occasions I ran into the terrorists in the prisons, and there were terrorist IRA held in strange ways, because they were appearing at a court case in Manchester, and the police were surrounding the courts, and of course the IRA were in the dock, but they were surrounded by prison staff. One of the staff was you-know-who, yeah? And a number of the police officers who were armed refused to do it, because their instructions were, believe this or not, in the event that there was any attempt by the IRA to escape from custody whilst they were in the dock, or were anywhere between the prison and the courts, that the police marksmen had orders, if they took hostages, that they had to shoot through them. So we were dismissed. We weren't considered. Our lives were not worth saving. They would shoot through us to get the IRA. But a number of the police officers were telling me, because I knew them through my brother, who was a police officer, that they were not going to do it, and so they refused the detail. But that's how much the government thinks about the prison staff. So dealing with terrorists, I mean, we've got different terrorists now. We've got a certain ethnic minority group that's declaring itself to be at war with British society, which is pretty odd to me, because a lot of the people who are from this particular ethnic minority group, that I will not mention, by the way, they're living in far better conditions than they were when they were defecating in the streets of Delhi, shall we say. And that's today's Tales from the Jails. What do you think about how terrorists should be treated? And do you think that prison staff are totally expendable and should be executed along with the people that they're guarding? Because that was the orders from the Home Office. That's it, folks. It's the Song Dinger. Don't forget to leave your comments, likes and subscribe, all the rest of it down below. I'm now going to murder another song. Not murder anybody else. Although you never know. I mean, it's considered quite lethal in Rotherham. That's your last warning. Song Dinger's done. So if you're still around, here you're going to get it. This is a song originally performed by Timmy Euro. It's Hurt. Elvis sang this as well, and so did that pervert who interferes with little children, PJ Proby. Just in case you'd forgotten that he's a pervert. This song is called Hurt. Are you sitting comfortably? Good, then I shall begin. I'm so hurt to think that you lied to me. I'm hurt way down deep inside of me. You said your love was true and we'd never ever part. Now you want someone new, and it breaks my heart. I'm so hurt, much more than you'll ever know. Yes, darling, I'm so hurt, because I still love you so. But even though you hurt me like nobody else could ever do, I would never, ever hurt you. There you are, hurt. I bet it did hurt as well, didn't it? Yeah, that guy from Rotherham, Larry the Goat Herd, it's hurting him at the moment. And he's up on the hills with Billy Goat Gruff. So thank you very much for watching today's Tale from the Jails. Do please like and subscribe. Any requests, insults, comments,